Hey everybody, thanks for checking out my quick review of The Debt. Now before I go into my review, don't forget to follow me on Twitter @JohnCampea. Now The Debt is a very smart, solid thriller kind of film that stars Helen Mirren, Tom Wilkinson, Sam Worthington, and Jessica Chastain. The performances in this film, as you suspect from that name, that lineup, are fantastic and solid and really what drives this film. But the other thing that makes this movie so good is the nonlinear narrative nature of the film. Now, one of the great things about this movie, and one of the driving forces behind it, is the fact that the narrative takes place in two different time periods, one closer to present day and one further in the past. The character Rachel is played in more modern day by Helen Mirren and in the past by the great Jessica Chastain, who is in theaters right now in a movie called The Help, and she could get nominated for Best Supporting Actress for both of these films, to be quite honest with you. She's a part of an elite team in the Israeli Secret Service or Mossad. I don't think they really specifically say which branch they belong to, but they're a secret team that has been charged with the responsibility of going out and hunting down a specific Nazi war criminal and to bring him back to Israel to stand trial for his crimes. That's their mission. And we learn really quickly as an audience that we're not really getting the whole picture of what's been going on right at the beginning of the film. And so as the film progresses, it jumps back and forth between the two time periods, between more modern day and in the past, as these characters kind of slowly unfold what actually happened to us as the audience. Now, the way I'm describing it, you might think that it's actually complex and difficult to follow, but it's not. This is a brilliantly told story. The story's good. I'm not going to say this is a fantastic story, but it's told marvelously as the director very skillfully takes us back and forth quite frequently between the two time periods and yet starts to weave together this one coherent, consistent narrative for us as an audience as we start to get the big picture of what's really going on and how it all connects to each other. There's good action in the film. The suspense and the thrill part of it is really solid. The film drags a little bit sometimes. There are a lot of different things going on in the movie, and one of its weaknesses is sometimes it spends a little bit too much time on elements in the story that aren't really important to the overall narrative, and it kind of slows and drags the movie down a bit, which is a little bit unfortunate. But overall, it is a thrilling movie, brilliantly told narrative, a good story, not a great story, but a good story that's told in a really solid way, populated by brilliant performances, not the least of which Helen Mirren and Jessica Chastain. And I gotta say this about Sam Worthington. I still haven't been a big Sam Worthington fan. I haven't disliked him in anything, but I haven't really seen him in something that made me go, wow, this guy's really got chops. The Debt is the best performance I've ever seen out of Sam Worthington. It's really impressive. So anyway, overall, I'm going to give The Debt a 7.5 out of 10. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter @JohnCampea. Thanks for joining me for my quick review, and I'll see you next time.